A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Peter approached Jesus and asked him, "Lord, if my brother sin against me, how often must I forgive him? As many as 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I say to you, not 7 times, but 77 times. That is why the kingdom of heaven may be likened to a king who decided to settle accounts with his servants. When he began the accounting, a debtor was brought before him who owed him a huge amount. Since he had no way of paying it back, his master ordered him to be sold along with his wife, his children, and all his property in payment of the debt. At that, the servant fell down, did him homage, and said, 'Be patient with me, I will pay you back in full.' Moved with compassion, the master of that servant let him go and forgave him the loan. When that servant had left, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him a much smaller amount. He seized him and started to choke him, demanding, 'Pay back what you owe.' Falling to his knees, his fellow servant begged him, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay you back.' But he refused. Instead, he had put him in prison until he paid back the debt. Now when his fellow servants saw that had happened, they were already deeply disturbed and went to their master and reported the whole affair. His master summoned him and said to him, 'You wicked servant, I forgave you your entire debt because you begged me to. Should you not have had pity on your fellow servant as I had pity on you?' Then in anger his master handed him over to the torturers until he should pay back the whole debt. So will my heavenly Father do to you, unless each of you forgives your brother from your heart." The Gospel of the Lord. As I had pity on you, for having been forgiven so huge a debt, the servant should have forgiven his fellow servant of the pittance owed to him. And yet, he tries to squeeze out of him all he can. What Jesus wants to say in the parable is that we owe God an infinite measure. God readily pardons us our pride, our violence, our injustice. All he asks is to forgive the small debt people may owe us. Tragically, we see only the trespasses others make against us. We do not see the wrong we do to God. Not to forgive is like a chain that imprisons the soul. To forgive is to set the prisoner free and to discover that the prisoner was I myself.